Here we are at Richard Blundell's studio in Springwood. Now, Richard's had 6 exhibitions at the Logan Art Gallery, and what a magical place this is. I mean, really, who would ever want to leave? Let's go down because he's having a talk now and have a look at his work, and maybe we'll get a chat with him. Richard, what an amazing place you have, but also incredible studio. Your studio practice is a big part of your work. Like,
Sure.
Can you tell us give us a little insight into how you work in this space?
Okay, so there's a bit of a kind of a tension here because basically I'm a plein air painter, so that's painting outdoors. So most of my painting is in fact done outside. So I've actually organised some paintings in the bush because that's where the paintings are made.
Yeah.
So they're not made in the studio. However, there are lots of studio work, so printmaking and other things. So a place to retreat to is really good.
Yes.
But basically I can paint with a backpack, a chair, an easel and a canvas outdoors. So it's kind of the studio is kind of a different set of practices. A lot of the studio practice is basically a Western practice because it was connected to oil paint.
Yes.
Now, because we have tubes, so people think these things have always existed, but they were developed in 1840.
Yeah.
So before then, people couldn't easily move into the landscape with paints with them.
Yeah.
There's a guy called Monet that most people know.
Yeah, I was thinking it was those bourgeois Parisians who invented the studio.
Well, Monet had a fantastic studio as well, but he also painted outside. So his dutiful daughter used to help him carry his large canvases into amongst his lily fields and things. So.
Yeah. Well, your work is absolutely beautiful and obviously very connected to the place.
Yeah, sure.
In Springwood. It seems like it's such a dynamic community happening in this neck of the woods. Yep. Is this a great place to work and play as an artist?
I think a lot of creative people are interested in land and the wildlife and other things around them. So I've got Chris Santos just up the road, Rachel Lee, Layla Bjornsson, so they all have studios within. If I was much fitter, I could probably walk to their place, but I'd rather drive. So not far away. So there's quite a lot of people in all sorts of life circumstances that see creative practice as important to them. And I think, this is me, I think that communities without creatives is a problem in a way.
Couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. And finally, talking about creatives, Brett Whiteley is iconic, larger than life person, artist. What does he mean to you?
So Whiteley's kind of an interesting thing because I was around when he was kind of on the rise.
Yeah.
I think there's kind of two sort of oppositional pushes. So a lot of people didn't understand his work particularly well.
Yeah.
I think he's also a very flamboyant painter, so very Sydney painter, if you know what I'm trying to say to you, as opposed to a Melbourne painter.
Yes.
As opposed to a Brisbane painter.
A lot of skin, a lot of beach, a lot of sensuality.
Yep. And I think his time in New York and London and other places kind of completely turned his value set. It's kind of difficult to know, what relationship there is between environment and the work, but there's most people, most creatives report on there being a relationship, even if they're not interested in the landscape. You see what I'm saying? So, you look at the kind of 15 piddles in Paris kind of thing that it kind of becomes a kind of a theme, and you can see how a place has a very big influence on the way people function, the way they think about the world, the way they function in terms of their creative practice as well.
Absolutely. Well, thanks so much for your tour. It's been so amazing being here.
Easy.
And what a great day. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.